All right, guys, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. I don't really kind of do these style of videos, but it's come to my attention that we've had some controversy on the Twitter timeline, and not even just there, but of course through here as well. I think here's the thing, right? I want Omatsuuu to prove me wrong tonight. I mean, no matter what you say as a creator, you're going to get backlash for it. It's just how it's going to be. I mean, you can see it all the time with Nano or Truth or whatever. They'll say one thing that's controversial, and then the Twitter timeline's blowing up and whatever because they have nothing else better to do with their lives. But I think right now, I think there's a lot of people who are kind of agreeing here, right? Like, Vegeta getting hate before even the game yet, and he deserves it, right? Like, here's my take. Is they're just awful character choices. What the problem is we've gotten Future in recent history, less than 2 years ago. So it's not like they're an urgent need for new cards. But if they were gonna do it, you don't hold back. You don't dangle Vegeta Blue and Fusion Zamasu in front of us. Like, they know the tag units themselves are not hype enough, so they didn't advertise them, but they showed off Vegeta Blue's animation and Fusion Zamasu's animation. They didn't show us snippets of the tag unit. They showed us Vegeta Blue and Fusion Zamasu because they know that gives us hype. And I was like, dude, it's just awful character choices. He can be broken, have great animation, that's fine and all, but any unit can have that. Look at Tao and Tien. And I want to use that as an example because Tao and Tien deserved representation, right? Had great animations, and they had a really good kit. Both of them are really high up there on TURs and LRs, right? But the issue is they weren't hyped because there's not a lot of people who care for OG Dragon Ball. I enjoy the units, but it doesn't mean that the character selection was good, and it clearly, again, the game was dead, and maybe you could argue it wasn't because of them, per se. There just wasn't a lot of content, but even then, a lot of people just don't care for Tao and Tien, right? Especially Dragon Ball Saga Tien, even though that's some of his peak moments there for sure. But I mean, we're just looking here. In before tag, Goku and Vegeta and Rose are like most busted kits and gorgeous animations. I said they probably will. They just don't excite me. Like, I asked people, and I'll kind of look here a little bit down the list. Like, what are people expecting? You know, that is kind of my thing. Like what animations are you hyped to see? And then he said, he didn't answer your question, so that was someone else, right? Who said? I asked one of this question. Like, there's just so many people, so it's so hard for me to catch up with it. But okay. Actually, before we get to the animation point, I want to laugh at this point. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it everywhere, guys. I'm so glad they don't fuse, guys. I'm so happy they don't fuse because they can highlight the tag mechanic more. And I just have one response to that. I'm just gonna take your exhibit here to there right here. This unit right here. Now, tell me how often you exchange once you get access to Kale on turn 6. How often are you using Caulifla? I want to know personally, because I don't. Once I get Kale, it's why would you ever use Caulifla? Kale hits harder, she tanks more. Like, the only thing that even is remotely valuable for her after the exchange is this active. But even then, if you're just going to run Kale, like outside of a Universe 6 team, her active is way better. It is the 6 key and the 40% attack, and she needs key in order for her to tank as well as she can. So, you know, if we're talking about a unit that doesn't fuse, they're going to be better tag characters because they're not fusing. That is so incorrect. Like, there's nothing that's released this year that has shown us that if they don't fuse, that it's good for the game. The tag units are better quality when they don't fuse. There's nothing that shows us that so far. And they told us they're gonna remind you of Super Saiyan 2 Kale and Caulifla, right? Now, here's my second issue, right? There is a really high chance that, like, again, for example, just like Caulifla, you're going to have to wait till turn 4 or turn 6, whatever turn it is, to meet up with somebody, especially Rose. Like, Rose starts the Future Saga off by himself. Zamasu is not there. Then eventually the plot twist comes out where Zamasu is also there, and then you have Rose and Zamasu, you know. But the problem with this is that, again, with the meetup animation and all of that stuff being the case, it kind of kills the point of tag units, right? Like, in my opinion, this is more so an exchange unit. And that's disguised because you can switch back to the other character. But why would you ever do it? Because there's stuff like this, right? Like, well, okay, well, this is always there, right? But for example, let me go to I'm gonna go to Go Frieza. I think it's a good unit to kind of look at here. This unit, right? He has this massive support right away for the first 2 turns, and then you never would use it. He's also not strong enough, so you go into Goku, which is good. Like, I think they're these kind of units, like Kale and Caulifla and them, have some stuff where they're just not like they're weak forever. Like, they don't have a temporary buff, and then you're forced to go into the other unit, kind of like Vegito and Gogeta. But my issue is, again, is regardless of them having kits that does not rely on turn restrictions, they still make it to where the exchanged mechanic unit, so like again, you're going from Caulifla to Kale. Kale is way stronger. They're basically making Kale a transformation. There's nothing hype about your final unit being Kale, because essentially you're just summoning for Kale. You're not summoning for Caulifla and a Kale. You're using Caulifla for a few seconds, and then you go into Kale. And then you're using Kale the rest of the fight. And that's me the exact same thing for the Blue Duo and for Rose and Zamasu, right? I'll close this. I already kind of got my point across there. But yeah, I mean, it's just like my issue is always going to be the fact that, like, if Caulifla, okay, here's the thing. If Caulifla had this in her kit and it's like not 23, but like, let's just say 10 Key Spears, for example, right? And then, like, let's just say, like, if you swapped into Kale, like, if you started in Kale, she orb changes, right? And then once you orb change, you can swap into Caulifla and then grab the orbs and then evade. That's how a tag mechanic should work. These characters should be playing off of each other. They shouldn't be one's good, one's decent, but you want to use the good one over them. That's not a tag mechanic. And that's what's killing this game right now, in my opinion. We will wait for tonight, and I want Omatsuuu to prove me wrong. I want Omatsuuu to call me a hater. I am right now the #1 hater for these 2 units. I mean, I've seen some other units who hate them just as much as I do, but I'm calling myself the #1 hater because Twitter's got me on their wanted posters right now. So I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I'm a hater right now. I'm on Hate Watch tonight. Dude, I am expecting them to fumble the bag so hard tonight. But at the same time, and I'm going to be so genuine, I want them to be good. I want them to have crazy animations. I want them to change my mind. I want Global Dokkan Campaign to be good. That's what people don't understand. Is they see me complaining, you Dokkan fans will never be happy. Why won't you never be happy? Like, this is my first time I have sat down and complain for so long. Right, like for a unit, like this unit genuinely pissed me off. Like, it is insane. This selection has hurt me so much. Like, Daima is right there. Right there. They should be the headliners. If you're gonna do something like the Rose, Zamasu, and Goku, they should be part 2. They should not be headliners. Right? Because this is the point. You're setting the tone right now, right? This is what we can expect for the rest of the celebration, is duo units who are kind of grasping back and forth on things we already have. So, for example, like, I'm gonna pull up these guys for a reason. Like, could we see a tag Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 in part 2? Right? Like, could we see that with a Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo tag unit? We could. And actually, I would be pretty hyped for the Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo, because we don't have a playable Orange Piccolo yet. So it would work. But dude, look at this. DZ Kakarot got Daima before Dokkan. It's insane. Why are we going back to something that is old? And then leaving all this fresh stuff on the table, and then, it's experimental though, right? Again, I want these units to prove me wrong. I do not care if you guys you start spamming the comments. Lamau, he's so good. Oh my gosh, he's broken. Oh my gosh, what do you think now? Okay, here it is. So I asked, where do I ask the question? Oh, we have lots of, we have Flash, we have I don't remember where I asked the question. I guess it got lost, but I'm pretty sure I asked him. Maybe I'm just reading too fast, but like, what animations are you expecting? Vegeta beating down Black, right? That's what we're expecting, right? My issue is, and where are they at? He should super easy A the celebration. This is the guy who does that, right? And I'm not, again, we'll watch it right now. I am not saying it is quality. Do not twist my words. Oh, it's so bad you can't even see it. Yeah, okay, so, here we go. This is not quality, right? Like, this definitely deserves a remaster, for sure. An LR, for sure. But here's my thing, right? Look at the rest of the stuff. Goku full power Kamehameha, Kaioken kicks, Rage Goku, which is a lot of stuff. They could have just released a future Saga Goku in a in a different celebration. It just released them as like a yellow coin LR or something like that. Like Rage Goku is probably the only thing I'm even expecting at this point. Like they could have released a DFE future Saga Vegeta with the beatdown like remastered and stuff, right? And then has like a unit super attack with Trunks or something like that, right? And then an LR could have been this. Right, like the LR could have been the Rage Goku. Like he's a Kaioken Blue Goku, or maybe he's just a base Blue Goku that has the Kaioken animations a part of him. Whatever, right? This to me does not scream Global Dokkan Campaign Part 1. Like I want to hear people's opinions on what headliners we've gotten in the past for worldwide downloads / Global Dokkan and Anniversary that are less hyped than these two. I want to know because I can't think of anyone. I really can't. I think the LR Super Saiyan 4s from year 4 are close to them. Maybe you can even argue are worse because we got the Super Saiyan 4s 2 years ago before them, and then they've just released them basically as LRs with like awful animations. So, you could argue that, and I wouldn't like contest you on that, but they're up there because they're so stale. Again, I want them to prove me wrong. I want the battle motions to be sick, which they should be regardless. I want Goku to like destroy Super Vegito. Like I want Super Vegito to be like look like complete fodder to these units. I think Zamasu is probably going to end up being the best tank in the game because clearly it's his immortality stuff, right? I mean, that's just what's going to be. I mean, literally might be immortal. I don't know, but the problem is just why are people excited is what I'm trying to figure out. People are like, the tag mechanic, dude. Like, I'm so they were going to highlight the tag mechanic. They tried to do it here and it didn't work. I have a lot of reasons behind my hate for these units so far, and I know they're not in the game yet. But if they're not top 5, dude, the whole community is done for, right? No, I know I saw, it might be in this thread here. Maybe. I don't know where it's at, but I had to find exactly where it is at because there is a point where I talked to somebody about character choice, and I can't. It's so hard to find. There's so many comments. There's so many people are pissed about what I said, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, look. I get it. People are going to cope for any unit. They want Dokkan to be good. I want Dokkan to be good, which is the reason why I'm here right now. Absolutely, like, please, Omatsuuu, prove me wrong. But at the same time, dude, you got to do better. Because, again, I'm going to bring up this point, and I'm going to bring it up. They could be broken, have great animations, but this character choice is of utmost importance. That's why we always see a UI Goku or a Super Saiyan 4 Goku or a fusion in part 1. Because if they don't have them, even if they suck, even if they have awful animations, people will cope for them. Just like, again, I like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, maybe more than other people do, right? But people will defend them even to a further degree because Blue Kaioken is hype. He had decent animations. His battle motion is sick, right? Character choice is of utmost importance. And some people are hyped that it is, like, especially a Rose and Zamasu. And that's fine. I can understand that. But we've gotten Rose literally last year. That is just what's so frustrating to me. And again, I kind of like, it's just so frustrating to see this because, again, like, so many people are okay with this. But the point I'm trying to get to was there was somebody, gosh, I wish I could find it, but it's just, there was somebody who was talking about, oh my gosh, you're complaining, you're so childish, whatever, that's fine, I don't really care. But the more so the point I'm trying to get was, I told him, I was like, dude, they could release LR Pui Pui, or those LR Spopovich and Yamu and Krillin and Gohan in part 1. Here, right here. So next year, when they release LR Tag Yamu and Spopovich and LR Tag Krillin and Gohan, but they have amazing animations, a good kit for a global Dokkan campaign, I want you to have the same energy. Clearly they won't, this is an exaggeration, but it doesn't matter who the character is. They can just make cool kits and make them look cool and great kits, just like Talent Team. Guess what? During that period, Dokkan was dead. Character choice is so important, right? They just redid 2023 and slapped the tag mechanic on it. Clearly, of course, as well, Rose and Zamasu wasn't a part of the global Dokkan campaign, but again, it's just it's just really hard to Like when people are like, yes, dude, I will take anything. Just Omatsuuu, put it on my platter. I don't care what it is. Are they number one? I'll take it. Like, then why does character predictions matter? Why are we sitting here talking about, oh, this can't be this can't be this? Because it's important of who the part 1 units are. It is just so important. It is of utmost importance that they nail it, right? I hope they fake us out tonight. And I don't know who said it. Again, it's hard for me to pull all this stuff up, but I do remember someone saying, like, what if they fuse? And I was like, bro, I will be glazing Omatsuuu to the ground. I will do 3 videos in a row, just completely, all of my hate, like all my, rage. People call it rage bait, whatever. I don't really care. I have any opinions of rage bait, I guess, because it doesn't fit with them. Like, here's the thing. Honestly, I think the whining era is definitely a bit of an L, but y'all are drama queens. How bad the L is. Let them cook and wait for part 2. Here's the thing. I never said part 2 was going to suck, right? I mean, Daima could be part 2, and that's great. Like, having Beast is like a legitimate problem, right? Yes, Future Blues, we haven't gotten so long. This slot should never have been featured in the first place. And that's what I try to get people to... They focus so much on the fact that I'm saying they're not fusing, that they're like, oh, the fusion equals L. That's not the problem. Is if you're not going to... The main highlight of these units, right, these characters, are the fact that they fuse, right? Like, if this came out when Dragon Ball Super was still airing, and we did, like, and, like they just introduced Fusion Zamasu, right? And let's just remove Vegeta Blue from the active skill for Goku, for Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta for a second. Let's just say the episode starts and they, like, how they fuse. I don't remember exactly where they fuse or and stuff like that. But let's just say they introduce Fusion Zamasu, and then the next day they introduce a Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta, the basically this card with no Vegeta Blue, and then a Rose and Zamasu with an active Fusion Zamasu attack. People would still be pissed that it's not a playable Fusion Zamasu, but people would still be hyped because it's a tag Rose and Zamasu we just saw, right? Or like even without Fusion Zamasu, let's just remove the fusions. If these units came out right after they aired on TV, right, and they were tag units, it would be insanely hyped because we have nothing for them, right? Oh my gosh, it's the first time in the game they debut as LRs. It's fresh. It's awesome. They're tag units. Dude, that's sick. Right? Same thing for Kale and Cauliflower, right? If they didn't show Kefla yet and they just released them as a tag unit that did all of that, it's hype. But the problem is we've had these guys in the game for so long. But like the issue is like as a duo card, do not have a part where they fuse into Fusion Zamasu. And again, the Blue Boys, yes, I know we just got a Blue Boys card that fused into AGL Vegeta Blue, but a lot of people were wanting redemption for him because they barely even used AGL Vegeta Blue, right? Like they just could barely use him. So people, when they saw them, like, okay, you know what? This is fine. They're doing the run back. This is going to be something that they can redeem, make Vegeta Blue look cool, whatever. And like, I get, right? Like, he doesn't have that many animations left. I can understand the point of, like, okay, but he doesn't have a ton left. Are we really wanting a playable Vegeta Blue? I can kind of agree with that, but one of these units should have been fusing. That's just where I'm at, right? Like, again, this slot should have never been featured in the first place with Daima, still waiting on stuff. GT definitely has some units that could get some representation right now. Namek, dude, like we don't have enough voice Super Saiyan Namek Goku. Like, it's crazy to think about that we've gotten a Kaioken Goku in 2022, a Scatter Vegeta in 2022, a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in 2022, a Fusion Zamasu in 2022, and we've gotten 2 LR Blue Boys since all of those units have released. We've gotten 2 of them. This is our second one, and they don't even fuse, right? But like, if you're going to do it, just give us the whole thing. Right? Like, don't hold back. If you're going to redo a unit this soon, do it right. The tag mechanic is slowly becoming a vessel for low-effort units, and they're just going to be called hype because you can swap between Goku and Vegeta, but actually, you're probably just going to use Vegeta or Zamasu, right? I want Omatsuuu to prove me wrong. I want this celebration to be hype. I want people to roast me for my picks being, oh, he said he's the biggest fumble all the time, but now they do this, and they swap elements when they tag, and you can do it turn 1, and they're such a fun unit. Prove me wrong, Omatsuuu. Do it. Do it. I need it, because I don't want this celebration to suck. Please, Omatsuuu, prove me wrong. Okay. I think it's all for now. I think I've done enough bantering. I've kind of already responded to these comments a little bit, just a tiny bit here. But it is funny to see some things here. But I'm actually, I'm not gonna pull it up for the sake of my users on Discord, but yeah, I mean, I've asked a debate question, like whether they think these units are redeemable or are they fumbles, and there's a surprising amount of people who agree, right? Look, I get it. Being negative is not fun. I get that. I can understand that, right? But it's also not fun to just get plates and plates and plates of things, just like we're getting the same thing, right? It's just really annoying to get the same thing over and over and over again, and then it just sucks. Like, welcome to Overactions to the Finest. That's fine. I don't really care. They are more hype than last year's, regardless of fusion or not. That's actually insane. That is like an insane take. Like, they're not more hype than units that have had no representation in this game at all. Like, Movie 8 Broly was his first LR. Like, there's no way we are saying this, dude. They are nowhere near as hype as last year's at all. Not even close. Dude, the Movie 8, the Super Saiyan Trio, dude, their animations were peak, but it's not even that. It's just the fact that we've gotten a card that we did not have before, right? Like, character choice was good. The One Punch Goku, we wanted in game. We finally got him. That's a good choice. Not a redo of 2023. We don't want that. It ended badly last time. Why do we want it again? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's so frustrating. It's really frustrating to see, but I will be live tonight. You guys can watch my reaction live. And if they are really good, actually, you'll see a video probably regardless if they're good or bad. Just either me absolutely laughing away for how big of a fumble they are, or me, like, having my hands up, like, all right, you got me. They cooked. They cooked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. This is my formal apology, right? There's going to be one of those. But right now, I'm crashing out like Truth would with Sanday. I mean, I'm not yelling, but that's just because I have kids in the house and stuff like that. So I don't want my tenants to get mad at me for absolutely shaking the house for how mad these units make me. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got. Again, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys hoping that these units are absolute hits so that you can watch my downfall? Are you guys hoping that you guys fumble to watch just me laugh at Twitter or whatever? I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be fun regardless. I think whether fun for you guys or fun for me. I think one of us are winning in this deal regardless. But I just hope Omatsuuu proves me wrong. I really do. I want the celebration to be good. Regardless, Easy Ace should be good. Part 2, if it's not Future, should be good. If this is a 3-part celebration, Future Part 2 is fine, in my opinion. Like, a tag Future Gohan and Trunks and a tag 17 and 18 would be all right. It still kind of feels stale, but as a Part 2 unit, it's okay. It just depends on how they do it, right? Like, that's just kind of where I'm at right now, is how recycled are we going to get here? Like, if they have, like, again, if these units have like all kinds of new animations we've never seen before, then like, sure. But the trailer opened up with the reused animations for Vegeta Blue and Fusion Zamasu, and we're hyping this up. Like, I don't know, man. This doesn't look like a good recipe for me, but we'll have to wait and see. 9 hours. 9 hours until I guess, I don't know when you guys are watching this, but 9 hours until they debut. Omatsuuu, prove me wrong. I'll see you guys in the next one.